Has this ever happened to you? You're in a real life conversation and suddenly your mind goes blank. The word you wanted to use just disappears. And sometimes you don't even know the exact word you need in English. So you get stuck searching for that perfect word, feel embarrassed, and maybe even stop talking. If that sounds familiar or something you're afraid of happening, you're not alone. It's one of the most common fears for non-native speakers. But here's the truth. Even native speakers forget words. The difference is that they know how to recover and keep the conversation going. So in today's video, we're going to learn how to stay fluent when things go wrong. We'll talk about a powerful tool, the survival kit for speaking English fluently. And then at the end, I'll show you in practice how to handle one of the most embarrassing situations that can happen in real life, like a professional. Hi, I'm Parisa. I help non-native speakers speak English fluently and confidently in real life with a holistic approach. If you have at least an intermediate level but still struggle to speak fluently and confidently, the problem usually isn't your grammar or vocabulary. It's not being prepared mentally and emotionally for real-life conversations. It can also be about not knowing essential life skills. That's why the holistic approach matters. It balances your mindset, language skills, and practical real-life strategies. And this survival kit is one of the most important tools you can have on your speaking journey. But first, let's talk about why it's important and what is it. Speaking in real life is very different from studying English. Why? Because life is unpredictable, conversations are messy, and things can go wrong. If you expect yourself to be perfect, for example, never forget words or never make mistakes, you'll only feel stressed and avoid speaking English. This survival kit helps you relax, feel prepared, and handle these embarrassing moments professionally. So instead of stopping your flow, you recover with ease and stay confident. But what is a survival kit? It's a collection of the most common challenges that can interrupt your fluency and natural ways to handle them. So what should you do when things go wrong? First of all, accept that things can go wrong in real life and perfection doesn't exist. Even native speakers forget words or get stuck. The difference is that they don't stress about it. They know how to recover naturally. Then the second step is learning natural recovery phrases. These phrases act like the reset button. They help you buy time, explain ideas in another way, or smoothly change direction of the conversation. When you practice and master these strategies, you feel calmer and more fluent because you're not afraid of something going wrong. At the end of the day, fluency isn't about proving how perfect you are. It's about keeping the flow of the conversation to communicate your ideas and create meaningful connections. Now let's get practical. One of the biggest fluency killers is forgetting a word mid-sentence. Most non-native speakers freeze, keep searching for that perfect word, and lose their confidence. But here's something important that you need to know. Our emotions are contagious. If you panic or feel embarrassed, others sense this too. If you stay calm and natural without losing your confidence, they feel relaxed too and pick up your confidence. So what should you do? Here are some natural recovery phrases you can use. You can buy time while thinking. For example, you can say, "Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue." And then pause and take your time to think about the word that you want to use. If the word doesn't come to you and it's important, explain it in English. And this is why I always recommend learning English in English, not through translation, because it trains your brain to explain the same idea in different ways. Instead, if the word isn't important, just move on and keep the conversation flowing. So here are natural recovery phrases for continuing the conversation. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, never mind, I'll remember the word later, but for now, and then say the main point of your talk. Here are some examples. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that we need to stick with a plan and test it again later. Or never mind, I'll remember the word later, but for now, let's stick with the plan and test it again later. Now let's listen to a full sample conversation from the book Survival Kit for Speaking English Fluently. Sample conversation 1.
So I was using this, what's the word I'm looking for?
A screwdriver?
Well, not quite. It's kind of like a screwdriver, but thinner, and it's got this little thingy at the end.
Oh, like a wrench?
No, it's sort of a tool you use for electronics. Not exactly, but close. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I used it to open the back of my phone without breaking anything. Super helpful.
See how natural that was? They didn't stop, panic, or lose fluency. They just kept going with the flow of the conversation. So remember, forgetting words doesn't mean you're not fluent. Things going wrong in the middle of a conversation doesn't mean you're not fluent. Fluency is about staying in the flow, recovering with ease, and keeping your focus on the bigger picture, which is communication, not perfection. If you'd like to learn more natural recovery phrases and discover how to handle other real-life challenges, check the link in the description for the full survival kit. Now, let me know in the comments section one thing you learned in this video. I love reading your comments, so share your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.